Rahul Gandhi today spit fire at the Prime Minister. This in his address to the Congress Parliamentary Party, saying that the country has suffered tremendous damage as a result of the vanity and incompetence of the PM chairing the party's meeting in Congress President Sonia Gandhi's absence. Rahul repeatedly attacked the PM, saying, among other things, that the Congress had never given India a Prime Minister who was a prisoner of his or her own image. Congress never PM who based his policy-making strategy on TRPs. Speaking about the unrest in Kashmir, he said, and I quote, "The same person who ridiculed us sits silently while Kashmir burns." Rounding off this attack with a barb at demonetization, he said that Modi promised to bring back black money from foreign accounts, but not 1 rupee has been brought back so far. Take a look.
We never gave India a Prime Minister who based his entire policy-making strategy on TRPs. When he was Chief Minister of Gujarat, he used to ridicule our Pakistan policy. Well, our Pakistan policy resulted in the complete global isolation of Pakistan and brought peace to Kashmir. By the time Congress left government in 2014, 50 plane loads of tourists used to land in Srinagar every single day. Today, the same person who used to ridicule us sits silently as Kashmir burns. In 2014, Narendra Modi ji had promised to bring black money back from abroad. He had promised that he would deposit 15 lakh rupees in every single Indian person's bank account. I would like to ask, how much money has the Prime Minister got?
कांग्रेस का नीति की वजह से इस देश में आतंकवाद बढ़ी है और कांग्रेस का कमजोरी की वजह से हमारा सीमाओं में कमजोरी जो हुआ है उसको ठीक करने का पूरा काम हमारा सरकार ने शुरू किया है और हमको ये कहने में कोई हर्ज नहीं है कि हमारा सरकार जिस मजबूती से काम कर रहा है इससे आतंकवाद के जो घटना है और जो आतंकवादियों के जो मंशा है उसमें काफी कड़ा प्रहार मिला है।
कांग्रेस पार्टी या कांग्रेस की इस पॉलिटिकल पाखंड के जो भी पार्टनर बने हुए हैं उनको इस बात को समझना चाहिए कि आप राजनीतिक रूप से हमसे दो हाथ करिए, हमें कोई आपत्ति नहीं है, लेकिन फौज के कामकाज में किसी तरह की बाधा मत डालिए, फौज के कामकाज को रोकने की कोशिश मत करिए और फौज के मनोबल को गिराने का षड्यंत्र मत करिए। इससे न तो आपको कोई फ़ायदा होगा और न देश आपको इस तरह की हरकतों के लिए माफ़ करेगा।
Firstly, I want to congratulate my leader. He gave a very forceful speech of what Mr. Modi's government has been doing. And then he said that the present government has always been harping on that what the Congress has done in 60 years that it ruled over India. He said we will rather like to say what we did not do. So he brought in a lot of things. He said that we have never compromised the interest of the nation.
Rahul ji hasn't said anything which is wrong. Everybody knows in this country what has been going on, what government is doing. On everything they want to take extra publicity, overdoing, and that's why every step which they are doing turns out to be very unpopular amongst the people, and people are suffering because of that. So Rahul Gandhi has only voiced the feelings of the people of this country. You show me one BJP leader who had sacrificed for the nation. So there's nothing. So there's no publicity for Gandhi family.
Supriya Bhardwaj is live with us from outside Parliament. Is this a sign that Rahul Gandhi is finally primed and ready to take over the mantle from Sonia Gandhi? Of course, his address to the meeting today was also because the Congress president herself has not been keeping well. But is this a sign of the things to come?
Well, absolutely, yes, Padmaja. What we are hearing from the Congress sources are that the baton has already been passed from Congress President to the Vice President. In this entire winter session, we have seen Congress Vice President Rahul Gandhi taking the center stage and ensuring that wherever it's the opposition, he is leading from the front. Whether it was last night meeting the President on the issue of the passing of the income tax amendment bill in the Lok Sabha, or whether it was today morning when he led from the front in slamming the government, starting all the way from the surgical strikes to the escalating tension at the Indo-Pak border and ending at demonetization and also at the Bengal situation. He even referred to what is happening in West Bengal, and from there on we saw as to how the opposition parties took up the issue in both Lok Sabha as well as Rajya Sabha. If the Congress sources are to be believed, they are saying that the new de facto president is Congress Vice President Rahul Gandhi. They are saying he's calling all the shots as the Congress President Sonia Gandhi is not not keeping well. Today was the first time Congress Vice President Rahul Gandhi addressed the Congress's parliamentary party meet, where all the MPs and from Rajya Sabha as well as Lok Sabha along with special invitees were present, and they are saying that it's a hard-hitting speech which he has given. In the past also we have seen that when the Congress Working Committee met, that is the apex body of the Congress party, the decision-making body, it was chaired by Congress's Vice President Rahul Gandhi. In the entire strategy meets, it is only Vice President. So certainly yes, the signs are there that it is time when the Congress is all set to transfer, that power has already been transferred. It's just mere, people are saying, mere formality to announce him as the new president of the party, which might take place after the UP elections.
So Priya, the Congress is certainly ready. It has been for some time, but judging by his address today and his body language, and as someone who has seen him over the last few years, is Rahul Gandhi ready? Because he is someone who, of course, remember, had referred to power being poison. Is he ready given the nature of his address today to the meeting, where he touched not just about the current topic like demonetization, but a whole host of policy issues as well?
Well, Padmaja, it is really interesting when we, on various occasions, when we speak to Congress President, she says it is Rahul who has to decide. When we spoke to Congress's Vice President, he says it is party that has to decide. But somewhere it seems that now the consensus has been built. It is just a mere formality what the party sources are saying, that and soon his name will be announced as either the working president of the Congress party in coming days. What you can see today is a series of events have taken in the past also at Padmaja, where Congress Vice President, whether it was a Kisan Yatra, then it was a CWC meet, then it was a regular strategy meets, also going out meeting the leaders of other opposition parties, whether it was with Sitaram Yetri, all reaching out to Akhilesh Yadav and other leaders. We have seen Congress Vice President taking center stage in the entire activity of the party and also of the opposition.
All right, just stay with me, Supriya, because we have Tom Vadakkan of the Congress also with us on the phone line. Today, Mr. Vadakkan, when Rahul Gandhi was speaking, he said that the Prime Minister is a prisoner of his own image. What does he mean by that?
Oh, that's a very philosophical statement coming from him. Is when you're bonded to your image and you think that you are, I mean, there is no way you can go wrong. I mean, there is a human side of it to think that, well, you could go wrong. You need intervention. But when you're full of your own image and you think that yes, what I say is right and that what I don't know is not worth knowing. I mean, that is the imagery that is emerging. I don't have to add any words or adjectives into what he means. What he said, he means. But as I understand it, it is basically you're a prisoner of your own image, which essentially means you have created a worldview about yourself. There is a perceptional management issue, and you have created that, and you won't want to budge on it. I mean, that's a very strange situation to be in. Honestly, it is very dangerous too.
And what is this image? An image of a person who is a prisoner of TRP? Because according to the Congress Vice President, it is TRP politics alone that the Prime Minister is indulging in?
Well, on to this question of TRP, it is your creation, the media. And the media should define what this is all about. Because after all, we are all human. I mean, when you create an image which is larger than life, and then you try to position it, and you are asking us for a definition.
No, I can't give that definition, or we can't, as the media, give the definition, Tom Vadakkan, because it was the Congress Vice President who coined that phrase, not us.
Padmaja, when I mean you, I mean it is a totality of the perception that has been created by perception management, and to which the entire media is, there has been this image has been precipitated in the minds of the media circle, and they have reflected.
Okay, so that philosophical observation, of course, it has me foxed, but let's see if Jivel Narasimha Rao of the BJP can possibly explain that. A prisoner of his own image and someone who is also a victim to TRP politics. That's what the Prime Minister was described as by the Congress Vice President today, Jivel Narasimha Rao. Would you agree?
No, Padmaja, if the Congress spokespersons are unable to understand or unable to comprehend and articulate what Rahul Gandhi has done, what he has said, how do you expect me to understand what he is saying? I think Rahul Gandhi is very poor in communication, very incoherent in his statements, and he largely reads statements from prepared by somebody else without understanding the meaning of them. So I think if the Congress spokespersons can explain what he meant, surely I'll give a befitting response.
All right, would you like to take another
Well,
shot,
right.
Mr. Vadakkan?
Padmaja, the problem is when you declare yourself deaf, then there is a crisis. I have explained this meaning to the honorable spokesman from the Bharatiya Janata Party. If he refuses to listen, when you're prisoner of your own image. Now, for example, Mr. Narasimha Rao believes whatever he's saying is the truth, and the whole world and his uncle is going to believe it. So if I say if Mr. Narasimha Rao is a prisoner of his own image, he needs to step out of it, get down to ground reality, understand what's happening in the streets, not just hearing his advisors say what they're saying. It is important for the Prime Minister to have the pulse of the public in mind. Winning elections is in its own place. But what is important is that you need to have the people weeping in the streets. There is a huge problem. 86% of the cash that has been in public domain has been withdrawn, and the suffering of the general public is visible. And
Okay, final word to you, Jivel Narasimha Rao. Today, given his body language and his address, first independent address to the Congress Parliamentary Party, do you think that Rahul Gandhi is ready and a strong opponent to the tallest leaders in the BJP?
I think the people of the country know that Rahul Gandhi has not really come of age. Rahul Gandhi still is a rent-a-statement leader. He has never spoken anything substantive, anything interesting on his own, and he's been only renting phrases like "khoon ki badla" or "khoon ki rajniti" and things like that. I think he never makes sense to us. And if you have understood what what the Congress spokesperson, how he sort of paraphrased Rahul Gandhi on his statement, I would certainly want to give a response. But I find this as intriguing and as formous as Rahul Gandhi's statement.
All right, we'll leave it at that. Thank you very much, Tom Vadakkan, Jivel Narasimha Rao, for joining us. This is also going to be one of our big stories on Prime Time on India Today.